Hello everyone and welcome back to EUGE, an inside look at chasing a dream. My name is Eugene Kenny. I'm a stand-up comic. I love stand-up comics, talk to stand-up comics every week. We talk to a different comic, new young comics coming up. So if you want to be a comic, hit us up at eugeshow.com or hit us up on our Facebook page or right there somewhere, or maybe over here. There will be our on YouTube where you can subscribe, and please do. Today, we're talking to a young comic, Joseph Esler. See, I said that again twice. Joseph Esler. I always screw that up. Sorry.
It happens all the time.
So, Joseph Esler. Let's get started, man. I saw you down at Ari's Tavern. I have a set of you doing a show down at Ari's Tavern. How long have you been in the business?
Since about March, I started performing regularly. I first performed about 5 years ago, and then I took a long hiatus. Did Toastmasters, focused on public speaking in general, competed in some humorous speech contests.
Really?
Yeah.
I know another person who did that, a comedian, Stephanie McHugh. She did the.
Yeah, I remember. I saw the interview with her.
Okay.
Yeah, and she headlined the show that I performed at first at Ari's Tavern.
Okay,
yeah.
Got you. And so 5 years ago, let's talk about that. Let's go back that long ago. 5 years ago when you first got in it, how long were you in it?
I did about 3 open mics with a fellow Toastmaster who had competed in that contest.
So you had done the Toastmasters first?
Yeah, I got going, did it a few months, and then did that contest. And we were like, you know what, we should do stand-up. And then he started hosting an open mic, Dickie Bill Wagner.
Okay, all right. That's insider guy here in town, here in Denver. Okay.
Yeah, and I was there at the first 3 of them.
Okay.
And then I decided to focus more on Toastmasters, just to get the public speaking down first, because I realized I had some opportunities for improvement there.
So is that what you were trying to do? I mean, public speaking, that's your interest?
Well, yeah, I'd like to do that. I mean, I'm more interested in stand-up now. But I looked at it as a way to hone those skills and just get comfortable, overcome that fear first, and then go to the most difficult form of public speaking, which is stand-up.
So were you looking to do stand-up from the jump? I mean, you went to Toastmasters?
No, I wasn't, actually. No, I had gone to Toastmasters because I heard it was a great way to prepare for interviewing. I was just recently graduating college, and I wanted to improve my interviewing skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a job.
Exactly.
And that led you into no money for the rest of your life if you're in stand-up comedy.
You got it.
Oh no, we're going to try to change that. We're going to try to bring the money into this business. But wow. So you're looking to improve your speaking skills.
Yeah, I do the humorous speech contest, and then a couple people actually sparked my interest in stand-up. They're like, you know what? You should do stand-up comedy. And that had never even occurred to me. And then I was like, I really enjoy making people laugh. I want to do this. And so I became more of a comedy nerd first. I started going to all kinds of live shows, watching videos, listening to comedy podcasts. And then I heard about Christina Hall's workshop through my chapter president at Toastmasters.
Okay.
And I did performance there. I've taken a few of those, highly recommend them. And
then
I learned
stand-up comedy classes.
Yeah, she does them at the Denver Improv.
Gotcha.
And then, one thing led to another. We met up, and I started doing Ari's Tavern shows.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So 5 years ago, when you first got into it, and then you got out of it for 5 years.
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, that's a big stop.
Well, yeah, I would say, actually it's probably closer. I've been doing it for the better part of a year now, but at that time it was like 4 years since I started, between my first mic and then when I started taking that workshop. And so, yeah, I think, I've heard other comedians do your interview, and I think just life kind of got in the way.
Yeah, exactly. Life. That's what this show is all about, really, is that, life, comedy life, the real life of a comedian, to let people know, because we have a lot of viewers who are not yet comics or thinking about, in the same spot you were 5 years ago, thinking about doing stand-up, wondering what it's all about. And I think that the best way to learn is from someone who's going through what you're going to go through immediately in front of you. Not, I can tell you how to write jokes. I can tell you how to, structure of comedy, and give you some wisdom, some road wisdoms that I have from my 27 years in the business. But as far as telling you what the comedy business is like today, I'm not going through it. I don't know what that struggle is. I never even, the comedy festival, scheme never even existed when I first started doing stand-up. I mean, the only comedy festivals were the big ones. You had one in Montreal, you had one in Aspen, you had one, I think there was one more somewhere else, but there were very few. There wasn't a one here and one there, and one, and that didn't exist when I first started doing stand-up. And by the time that did come along, I wasn't in the building my act stage of my career. I wasn't in the building, how do I want to say this? I had passed the stage where I'm doing open mics and things like that. So I think that for people that are going to get into the business tomorrow, the best way for them to find out what it's like out there is for someone who's in the business today, So you got here, one thing led to another. What were those one things led to another? I mean, when you first started looking to come back into the comedy business here in Denver, Colorado, I mean, where did you go first? What did you turn to? How's that been?
Well, honestly, it was that workshop. I hadn't been in touch with my club president of Toastmasters in a while, and he knew I was interested in stand-up, and so I did that workshop, and then I did another one, then I started doing some open mics.
Turn off this music, sorry.
Yeah.
We've had background music the whole time. That's probably better for the audience. It's our first time back in a while, so things are gonna be odd. Sorry.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was relaxing.
Cool. It was kind of cool. I liked the music.
Yeah.
I was just like, it just suddenly struck me like, that's not supposed to be going while we're talking. Sorry. Here, let me. Hey, sorry about that, audience. That was me. That was totally me. But okay, so we're back at you. You got into the you and the president of Toastmasters.
Yeah.
Starting to get back into stand-up. Okay, so what was the first gig after you took the you took the stand-up comedy class?
Let's see, I'd say, well, yours was the very first paid gig I ever got at Ari's Tavern.
Well, I like to hear that.
Okay.
I like to try to pay all the comics. I mean, even if it's just gas money, because I know that your time is worth it, even if you're working out, trying to learn. It's not easy out there anymore. It's not. It's not the days of $1,500 middle acts and $2,500 headliners coming in that you don't know, but leaving with a pocket full of cash. Those days are long gone out of the comedy business. So it's kind of important to at minimum gas money. That's just me. Okay, so what made you want to be a comic? I mean, what is that in you? I mean, you get up there, you do your first gig at Ari's Tavern. You're still doing it, so obviously you enjoyed.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's like even if I'm bombing, I'm still feeling like I'm getting something out of it.
Right,
I still have my eyes on the prize that, this is going to get better. And I'm thinking about some of the shows I've had where I've had really supportive audiences, and then I know it's not always going to be the same, and it's something where it's not, I don't want to blame the audience, but sometimes it's like I'm not as connected as I could be, but I think about those times when all the planets align. I'm connected with my material, I'm connected with the audience, I'm not attached to the outcome, and everything goes really well. And I just have that in my mind for like even when a show doesn't go as well. And I enjoy it, and
now run through that list of things again. Is that something that came from your comedy class?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Run through that list again.
Well, you have to be connected with your material. You have to be connected with the audience, and not attached to the outcome.
Okay, not attached to the outcome, meaning that you don't care whether it gets a laugh or not? Or?
Exactly. And I think the chances of getting a laugh are actually better if you aren't attached to the outcome. Like, Anthony Crawford. Yeah, I've talked to him, and he's just like, I don't give a shit, and I'm like, man, that guy's like one of the funniest guys in town, and I'm thinking that's perhaps part of the reason. That's what he attests to. He's like, he doesn't give a shit, and then I think the audience is more likely to give a shit, if you don't.
I have heard many people say to me, I don't really give a shit, but most of them give a shit.
I know, it's hard. Yeah, I'm still attached to outcome no matter what.
I mean,
Yeah.
because this business is not only, we get to make you laugh, but this business is also, we get that rush of endorphins, from making you laugh, from controlling an audience, from I wrote that to I said that to I got the laugh that I expected. We get that rush, back at us, and it's very hard not to get attached to that rush, because I don't know, if you're not attached to the outcome, then you're real. I don't know. I hate to contradict other people's comedy styles. I'll just
No, that's cool. Everybody has their own
tell you the
opinion.
way I go, but I believe that if you don't attach yourself to the outcome, then you're really just talking, because the outcome, if you're not expecting the outcome to be a laugh, then you're not writing a joke from the beginning. You're telling a story that you think is going to be humorous, and then if it is, that's cool, and if it's not, I'm not attached to it, so no problem. I wasted a minute 20 of these people's time. That's my old guy thinking. That's just
Oh, I totally get what you're saying. I think the idea is, that you're giving it your all, and even if you give it your all, like you're obviously writing material that you think is funny, that it's going to get a laugh. But if for whatever reason that particular joke doesn't resonate with the audience and they don't laugh, then you got to be okay with it.
Yeah,
that's the idea.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
That's the idea.
I understand. I do understand that. I do agree with that. I mean, don't get so attached to any bit that you can't just let it go.
Right. Yeah. Try to focus on the overall performance. And the whole process. It's not so much about any single performance. You want to give it your all for everyone, but it's all about the experience of doing lots of shows and getting better overall as a performer.
Okay. So you got the R East Tavern show. I know how you got that. I contacted you to see if you wanted to come down, because I do the show at R East Tavern. R East Tavern is here in Denver, Colorado at 5686 Pecos Street. We're doing the Friday night showcase this Friday night. Show starts at 7:30, so if y'all want to come down and see the show, please come down.
Cool.
So we do the show there at R East Tavern, and I contacted you because I do it different than most people here in town. I mean, I try to contact the people that I see that are just getting started, to see if they want to come and do our show, rather than I used to do a cattle call. Used to do a, hey, I'm booking a show, blah, 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 on this date, who wants a show? But then that turned out to be such everybody that didn't get on the show was so bummed, was such a thing. And then if they hit you back 3 times in a row and they still didn't get you on the show, then it's like, why don't you want me on your show? Every time you say you got a show, it's 3 times now.
I know that feeling.
And I'm looking at it like looking at it like, man, there's 9 billion comics, but I try to get everybody in the rotation, but then I try to get a new person every couple, try to get a couple of people that I don't know on every show, because I really want to see people that I don't know. Matter of fact, I want to talk to you about the show I saw you on, the Denver Homegrown
let's
Comedy
talk
Show
about it,
on Saturday night.
Cool.
Great show.
Thank you.
That was really, really fun. You hosted that show.
Yeah.
Your act, is kind of slow for a host, kind of to start a show,
Yeah.
But you'll get used to doing that. I didn't know how many times you've done that. But
that's the second time.
Okay, but once they buy into into what's going on, that you have actually started this show, now I'm not just talking. I'm actually telling some jokes. Then they get that rhythm, and then it was rolling pretty good. It was lots of fun. It was lots of fun. So I wanted to tell you that I enjoyed that.
Cool.
I did, but I was sitting in the back, and I was like, and as the show was getting ready to start, and then the show's getting ready to start, and then, oh wait, the show started. And then I was like, oh yeah, I know that joke, and then I started rolling with it, and then the show was on. But it was lots of fun. It was lots of fun. They had some really good comics on the show, and a couple that I don't know. I'm going to get a list from you, because a couple of them that I want to try to book,
that'd be great.
down at Ari's Tavern. So, Anyway, that was lots of fun. You really. I wish I had a video of that.
Oh, we have that actually. Well, yeah, that was something. It was all videotaped. The first portion of the show. Everybody who wanted to be videotaped.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
had
see
like
a
about 10
camera.
performers. He was up in the front, just holding it. Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we could certainly
So y'all
take a
were
look at
bootlegging
that.
and stuff.
Well, we paid him. Yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. Bootlegging is that even a word?
Yeah. I think,
Okay.
Yeah. You're still with me.
All right. Sometimes I try to figure out how old I really am, and I just don't know. You know, I'm pretty damn old in this business. You know, how old are you?
31.
Okay, really? Now, in the Denver comedy scene, for the new comic, that's pretty old.
I know.
But you don't look a day over 28.
Well,
so don't worry
you.
about it. But yeah, that's pretty old. I mean, so tell me about your. We did the Ari's Tavern. I contacted you. I really enjoyed your show, and as a matter of fact, I wanted to do this show with you off of that show. So I really enjoyed your show. What was the next thing you did? What was your next show?
Let's see. Well, I had probably done the Mercury Cafe at that point, and they don't pay directly, but they give you like free drink, free dinner. You know, so that's nice. And so I'd done that, and well, I've done Voodoo a number of times as well. I've done a lot of open mics, just about everyone in town.
Right. I do want to say too that I mean there are shows that aren't making any money, that don't have a budget, and that don't have the money to pay comics. I mean, when I came up, I've done more free shows, if you count my entire life, than I've done paid shows, easily. You know, I mean easily. But you know, the paid shows have been really, really good to me. But I've done free shows. I've done giveaways. So I mean, I don't discount those shows. I'm not talking bad about that. I believe that there's got to be a way to find some money in the business for everyone somehow. I don't know how, but just because you're not getting paid to do a show doesn't mean it wasn't a great show. You know, because I saw it right there in front of me. So I just, I'm not. When I said that, I try to pay everybody because your time is important. Your time is important.
Oh, yeah.
But your time is your time if you choose to give that time away to tell some jokes. That's cool too. All right. So I want to talk about that moment. You're walking into a new place. Do you do the open mics around town?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're walking into a new spot in Denver. You don't know anyone.
Yeah, oftentimes I don't.
They don't know you.
Right.
What's that experience like? I mean, do you find that friendly come on in hither and we'll help you be a comic kind of atmosphere, or is it competitive? Is it scary? What do you?
Well, I feel like it's just kind of like stand up. It just depends on me. If I'm open and connected with them, I think I could build a rapport. I'm trying to build a community. I feel like I'm getting a lot of friends as comedians, and so I hear there are cliques, and I certainly see groups of people hanging out. But I think people are willing to hang out and do shows together that are part of these different cliques. So I feel like I kind of get along with everybody that I meet, and put on different shows with various people, and yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Well,
So,
a lot of people now are doing those 4-5 man teams of and then they get a name for themselves, whatever that whoever they're going to be, and they head forward as a mass, which seems to be working for 2 or 3 of the crews here in town. I mean, that's the way they've come up and made a name for themselves. I'm interested to see how they break off when the time comes.
Yeah, it's
because
like a boy band.
Yeah.
Becoming solo artists.
Exactly. The Growlings, I don't know if I said that right or not, have done pretty well. I mean, you know, Adam Caton Holland is killing it, you know, on his own too. Ben Roy is killing it. He just did his new comedy special, ridiculously funny. That's not the name of it. I mean, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I think I saw Adam Wednesday opening for Nikki Glaser.
Yeah.
And she had a tough time following him.
Dude, he's crazy funny. He's crazy funny.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, when he anyway, I really enjoy his stand, and him and Ben too.
Yeah. Ben.
So they're you know that crew, they're gonna be okay. You know, but you eventually have to split. You eventually have to go. You know, like we don't want all four of you to make this sitcom. We'd like to have you. You know that kind of thing. So anyway, that's I got a video of your set from Ari's Tavern. I'm going to put on my viewing glasses because I'm old. And
okay, cool.
Let's have a look at it. It is right here. And
with my mom and dad. So how's everyone cheering for the CSU-CU game tonight? Anybody?
Because you're here.
No! You're goddamn right, because you are here at Ari's Tavern, and we're going to get this show started. Are you guys
You're
ready?
the first guy up.
Yeah.
Once again.
Right.
Well, we're going to bring up our first comedian.
I did that to you, too. Huh?
Yeah, you did.
Older, and he is an IT nerd. He likes computers more than he likes people, which is just code for I don't get laid. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Joseph Esler.
That's wrong.
Oh, I love that. She's so funny.
She is very funny.
Yeah.
Nicole?
Yeah.
Hey. I always look on the dark side of death. Like I'm usually in a state of low-grade panic, as I am now. I'm afraid I'll die. Then I realize I will. But I'd rather die alone than die with someone I wish would die.
That's funny. That killed it.
I love how relaxed I feel after a panic attack. When I'm panicking, nothing makes me more relaxed than hearing, "Chill out, Joseph. Please, don't diminish my anxiety just because it comes across as awkward." Yeah, I'm awkward. I hide behind my vulnerability. Like my boss announces to the whole team, she's pregnant, due in June. So June rolls around, and I want to connect with her because she's obviously no longer pregnant. Well, sort of obviously. I ask her, "How's the baby?" She says, "What baby?" I say, "The one you were pregnant with." She says, "Stillborn." I know. And I'm like, oh, I even read about this in How to Talk to People. Rule number 3, never ask someone about someone they love because they could die. People tell me I look like a lot of people. I have some fun with that. This woman at work says I look just like her brother. I'm Mexican-Irish, she's Swedish. I'm like, how do I look like your brother? She says, you've got the same eyes. Only browner? So, are you attracted to your brother? At least I'm still employed. I've recently realized getting
like
laid and getting off are two very different things.
Second one said, yeah.
From getting laid off.
So now you're writing jokes.
I'm not the only awkward one in my family.
Yeah.
My grandma asks, what's YouTube? So I tell her, well, Grandma, YouTube is just like you porn.
Oh, man, I don't even know
no
how many times I filmed myself.
Did you really?
Yeah.
She got it right away.
Yeah.
Oh, high tech. I guess you can do that now, huh?
Yeah, you know.
I have a love-hate
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
While watching porn, I'm
Sorry.
wondering, where are they on their honeymoon?
That was stupid.
And I'm concerned about the baby they're making. You know, since 60% of marriages end in child support.
That's a funny line.
Thank you.
Some people ask, is porn good for you? I ask, are you good for porn? You might be. You. Yeah, you.
Mike Marchers.
No. Her. Yeah, her. She might be. Yeah. Yeah, Tammy. I don't want a porn star. I want an amateur. Lately, I've been watching girl porn. Two of my guilty pleasures are Mean Girls and The Notebook. Yeah, some of the ladies here are into girl porn too. Yeah, see, I don't go for the usual fantasies. My ultimate fantasy is a wife. We cuddle up in bed and
That's
read.
crazy.
We read how to have sex with each other. It's very nice.
I love a good
So
joke.
I've recently given up porn. Now I'm focusing on connecting with real women, physically and mentally. Mostly physically. So I'm single. And it would be nice to have a girlfriend because that would make me more credible. It's easier to find a girlfriend when you have a girlfriend. She could translate for me. What Joseph's trying to say is he really likes your dress. I've realized I don't project myself onto others. I project others onto myself. Like when I see an attractive woman, I tell her, Joseph's not good enough for me. It's very confusing.
God, you look like you do not
So
enjoy
I'm
watching yourself.
experimenting with dating.
Stand up. Is that?
I'm doing speed dating.
Not this
I'm a
one.
great date. 3 minutes.
We'll have
I
to
get
pull
asked the
another
same
one offline.
question by
Yeah,
all of my 8
maybe look at the one from Merck.
Hmm?
This
What are you
past
looking
Saturday
for
we
in a
pulled that one up.
relationship?
Really?
Yeah.
Speed marriage.
Is that on
Speed
YouTube?
kids.
Yeah,
Speed
yeah, I have to-
grandkids.
But I don't have. I would.
Not
We don't
necessarily
have
in
the
that
bandwidth
order.
to download and broadcast back out. So I would have had to download it earlier, but that's okay.
That's
I'm not clueless. I know
We
women
can pull
aren't
up the-
interested
Oh
in me.
yeah.
I reek
Yeah,
of
look at
IT.
it later. We'll look
Yeah,
at it later.
yeah.
Lately, I've been slacking off at work. My boss is not happy with me. And she makes that clear when she says, I am not happy with you. So now I don't think she finds me attractive. Well, at least not emotionally. So I just wish that women would
Brutal when you
accept
have to
me.
watch it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm still getting used to it.
God, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it. You got to
Thank
learn to
you.
do it. Yeah.
Yes. I just wish Joseph Esler would accept my Facebook friend request. We have the same name. He's male. I wonder what else we have in common. I wonder if he has a girlfriend. Because we could share.
Now the show that I saw at
I'm
the
a
Mercury
part-time monogamous.
did not seem quite
I
this
used to date my neighbor
every
who lives in
self-deprecating.
an apartment
Oh right,
directly
yeah, I
below
changed
mine.
it up. You gave me some
Normally
feedback
that's too
about
close for
that.
comfort.
Yeah.
But she has a boyfriend. He makes her break it off with me, but she still wants to be my friend. I tell her no. For me, it's part
Let's
or
be done with that there.
Okay.
Thanks for sitting through that, man. So we've come a long way from there.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Relatively short time, I guess. When was that? Back in August?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Mid-August was when that. No, late August actually.
Late
Like,
August.
20
yeah, 29th.
29th of
So
August.
a month. I realized I really need to hit up more open mics and just focus on the performance.
Right.
You know, so I've started hitting up open mics like every day since then, sometimes multiple times a day. And I think
Really?
that's really helped my stage presence up there. You know, I just feel like I'm stiff. You know, I'm not connected with the audience. I'm
Right.
just reciting lines.
Oh, you're everything but connected to the audience. obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because that you were definitely pulling back on everything. You know,
I
mean,
was. Yes, I freely admit it.
right. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, I saw the show at the Mercury, and that
Yeah.
leaps forward.
Mm-hmm.
So So
Thank you.
Very cool. You say you do you might do like 5 mics in a week.
Yeah, easily.
What are the mics that are happening right now in Denver, Colorado?
Let's see. Well, starts off Sundays, Mamacitas, Kingas, Matchbox. Mondays, what is it? Blue Bonnet, Voodoo, Lion's Lair.
Okay.
Tuesdays is Johnny's Cigar Bar.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really supportive.
Mm-hmm. Abby Alt.
Yeah, and then Abby Alt is on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done hers. I really have heard that's a great mic.
Oh,
I want to do that one.
Which one is?
Yeah.
I thought she was in the cigar place.
Well, I guess she goes there sometimes. I haven't seen her there.
I thought she actually ran the show, but maybe not.
Yeah, it's Tobias as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the one in Boulder? Or is this the
Yeah,
one
it's in
Denver?
Boulder.
Okay.
Yeah, and she does one in
She does
Denver.
one in Wednesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday at a cigar place too.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done that open mic in Boulder down there.
Oh, yeah, you should do it. Yeah.
Well, I walked in the room when I was down there to headline another show. I didn't know where they set up the mics, but it looked kind of small. It looked like a pretty small room.
It is. Yeah, it's small.
Enjoy
but
it?
Small but mighty. Yeah.
Aren't they all?
Yeah.
Aren't they all? All right. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're into Wednesday, and we did the Abby Alt thing now.
Yeah.
And then Thursdays are.
Oh, we didn't finish Tuesday.
Oh, we didn't. Oh, go.
Yeah,
Go,
Tuesday.
man, let's go. Continue. You the guy.
So yeah, then there's Lamarck, and then there's I think Mutiny does one. I haven't tried that one yet. And then there's Squire.
Wow.
Yeah, that one
Wow.
starts at midnight.
Really?
Yeah. I went on at about 2 a.m.
I gotta fly.
Yeah.
So what is a midnight show? God.
Yeah.
At midnight at the Squire.
Yeah, and there are a bunch of drunks all
Yeah,
over, prostitutes
please,
there.
If
Yeah.
you're not drunk by midnight at the Squire, something's wrong with you. I mean, you just. What is?
Yeah,
Oh
well, there
my
was
God.
something wrong with me. There's this one guy who insisted on getting me a drink, and he's like, "Are you happy?" I'm like, "Sometimes." He's like, "Come on, let me get you a drink." And then I'm pretty sure it's his prostitute. She grabs me, and she's like, "You look way too innocent to be having this conversation. Go away now."
Wow.
Yeah, it's literally a dangerous place.
But it's probably one of the longest running open mics.
Oh yeah, it's one of the most famous
In
ones,
Denver, right?
toughest ones in the country.
Oh,
like
man.
I've heard about it on these comedy podcasts I listen to.
Yeah.
People talk about it all
Oh,
over the country.
God.
Yeah.
I saw a video of a guy, this crackhead was heckling him. It was a fun. Oh, anyway, I laughed. I
Yeah.
laughed. Oh my God! And nobody threw her out. You know, she said what she said. Yeah, she got a good 5 minutes of the show, and when she was through saying what she wanted to say, she sat down. She was done. Like, oh,
Man.
God! I'm glad I never did that gig, but
Yeah.
Lordy,
Lucky.
buddy.
Lucky.
So, what are you working on now?
So I'm working on. Well, I'm preparing for the Denver Improv Future Legends show coming
Really?
up. Yeah, next Wednesday.
Next
Doing-
Wednesday, the
yeah,
date is.
October 15th.
Okay.
So I'll be doing that the second time.
Mm-hmm.
And something about doing a lot of the material I did here, though, like the delivery will be a lot different. I'll be more connected with the material and with the audience.
Right.
And I also have another show coming up in Boulder on October 23rd. It's at Shine Restaurant Gathering Place. It's downtown Boulder.
Really?
Doing it with some friends.
Is that brand new?
Yeah, Shine is relatively new. I guess it's been around a few years.
The comedy show?
Well, yeah, they do a lot of comedy shows
Okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah, like Hippie Man headlined a show just like a few weeks ago.
Oh, sweet.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And
Yeah.
when are you doing that?
So that's October 23rd. It's a Thursday, and it's at 7:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
7:30 shut down.
Yeah,
Good to go.
it should be fun. And then I have another one coming up in December that I'm planning for, and we'll be doing that. We're still debating on the venue. We're thinking about Deer Pile or Voodoo. So we're
So these are shows that you're producing yourself?
yeah,
Okay.
with some friends.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's new, you know, and recent to the business. It was, I guess there were 3 or 4 or 5 mics, you know, they were all in the early part of the week, and they were all brutal. And you worked that system, and you worked your way up to get to the local comedy club here in town when there was only one, even before they opened their second one and the Improv moved in at the Comedy Works. So people work that model for a long time, but it seems now that the model is becoming, it's past the festivals model. It's more of I'm going to find myself my own audience.
Yeah.
You know, for the young comics. And is that what you're seeing out there?
Yeah, that's a lot of what I'm seeing, and you know, it's more cost effective. You know, you get to keep more of the profits as opposed to doing a show at one of the bigger comedy clubs in town, and you get to do your own show sooner. You know, before you get put on at one of those shows.
Right. Yeah. It makes perfect sense. I mean, it didn't exist before, and I'm seeing that, like you're back in the business for maybe a year. And rather than working, well, I'm sure you're working the angle to get into the clubs in town too. But rather than exclusively working to do that, it's I'm going to find a stage, I'm going to build a show, and I'm going to work my jokes, which is, it's pretty fantastic. As far as finding, you don't have to wait there. Where do you see yourself? Let's say, I don't know, 5 years from now, are you looking to be a professional working stand-up comic around the country, touring?
Yeah, I'm looking to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, I don't know how do you do that these days? I mean, is that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Gas is $4 a gallon,
I know.
rather than $2. It's hard to take your own dime and go out there and prove yourself anymore.
Yeah, I'm not quitting my day job anytime soon.
And I mean, it's one of those things where you have to if you're not going to quit the day job, I mean, and you can't unless you have a big pile of cash or optimism out the ass. But how do you become a road comic? I mean, you can't go from 3 shows in town, Denver, to featuring somewhere on the road, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to be strategic about it. One thing that comes to mind, my work is really supportive of my stand-up. Like, I've had my bosses try to come out to shows.
Do you work on a computer?
Yeah, I work in IT. Yeah, I'm a computer guy.
It's I tell everybody that if you're in the business at all, if you're in the comedy business or a show business, IT work and customer service work, best business you can get into, because especially customer service gig is it's mostly on the phones, and it's one of those jobs that when you hang up the phone at the last call, that's it until the first call in the morning. Nobody's going to call you in the middle of the night and say, "Hey, we got a major problem going on. We got to come down." That's
I go on call.
IT, that'll happen. Customer service, that'll never happen. They never call you up and say, "Hey, we got too many people on the phone. It's 3 a.m. Come, come on down and answer some more calls." You don't get that call. But I know IT does. That everything's down and it's your fault.
Yeah. That's right. I get that. Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Why isn't my stuff working?
Yeah.
Can you give me a little more information? No, it's just not working. What's the problem with my stuff? And you got to go from there.
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I have to figure it out. It's like writing a joke.
Yeah, it is exactly like writing a joke. Backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, they give me the punchline. To figure out how it happened.
Oh, my God. Is that in your show?
Yeah, well, I have some, I talk about how I know women aren't interested in me. I reek of IT.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I talk about that. I talk about how I've been slacking off at work. My boss is not happy with me. I know this because she says, I am not happy with you.
Right.
Yeah. So, I talk a little bit about work there. And I talk a little bit about, how I've noticed people who move up the corporate ladder have good social skills. Not my strong suit. But I have good eye contact and pretty eyes.
I like it.
Long lashes.
I like corporate jokes as far as a comedy writing tool. But I try to tell comics that the quicker that you get beyond I have a day job in your act, the better it is for you.
Yeah, I've realized that. So I'm trying to go away from that now.
Because the people sitting in the audience, they got a day job. They don't want
Yeah.
take me away from my day job is why they're sitting down there. So
Yeah.
I try to tell comics that, I'd never say don't write the joke that pops in your head. Whatever it is, write it, because a good joke is a well-written joke, a well-done, is good practice, or there's never a bad side to a good joke.
Yeah.
So, to use it as a writing tool. But like I said, as quickly as you can move past, the day job in your show.
I think that makes you more professional as
It
a
does.
comedian.
Yeah, because people don't expect you to have a day job
Right.
if you're on stage.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, I didn't pay, $12 to come see you. Tell me about your day job.
Yeah.
This is extra money for you.
Yeah, I don't care about hearing about tech support. Yeah.
But I will tell people that if you have a killer joke that you just love telling, and it's about your day job, it should be about your old day job. It should be about a job that you used to do.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just my old guy opinion on stuff.
Oh no, I agree. Yeah.
So, right on. All right. So you're trying to get on the road. What's your plan? I mean, what?
Well, like I said, my work's been pretty supportive. I'm hoping at some point they might let me go full-time remote. I'm getting close to getting 3 days a week. I'm getting close to my 5th year of tenure. We get 3 days a week. And so I could plan accordingly with the weekends, and those 3 days I'd be able to have 5 days on the road,
Right.
Easily. But I'm not ready to go on the road yet. I need to get up to that point, work the mics around town, make sure I have enough time. I think I have about a good 15 minutes at this point. That doesn't necessarily go well together as a whole set. Some jokes shouldn't be in the same set.
I got 15 minutes, but it's 7 minutes each.
Yeah, really, it is about 7 each. That's the truth.
That's funny. I never heard anybody put it that way. That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I have some jokes that don't go in different sets, but man, I know. That's funny. That's funny. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you look to go on the road. What are people doing now? I mean, what are comics doing now? What do you see happening in the comics in front of you that you are looking to emulate? What are they doing? How are they going on the road?
Oh yeah, I see like Steve AJ. He's going all over, states around the area, and doing little shows here and there. They're several hours drive away, and Dickie Bill Wagner's another one. I think he's done like 13 states or something
right.
the past few months, past year. Yeah, and just as like a feature, had little clubs around the country, making a little buck here and there.
Right.
So, that's a lot of what I'm seeing. What I'm thinking I'd like to try to do is maybe, with this infrastructure building, I'm building my own shows here. Maybe try to book some of my own shows on the road, and bring some of my friends with me.
Like call it something and call it a tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly, and maybe start out around this area first. Just shows. A tour in Boulder, Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, Denver, around the area here,
right.
and then seeing how that goes, and branch out to other areas. Go to Wyoming, go to Nebraska, go to New Mexico.
Well, what I'm seeing is that what's happening here is happening everywhere. I mean, like everyone is producing their own shows now. I mean, New York has you think there's 100 shows in Denver? There's 1,000 shows in New York. There's 1,500 in LA. Everybody's doing that, so that's that touring thing. Take your own thing and put it on the road. I think that's working for people. I mean, certain crews are getting out there and doing it. I don't know. I guess sharing expenses, cutting expenses down into fourths. I don't know if that cuts the money down into fourths or thirds or whatever your crew is like, but sharing expenses helps a lot. I guess.
Right. Yeah.
But
renting a hotel or whatever. Yeah, all that stuff. It cuts expenses. Cuts profits too.
Right.
But at this point, I have a day job. I'm making a living doing that, and so for now, I'm treating it professionally. But at this point, it's more of like a second job / a hobby that I'm really enjoying doing.
Right. Well, Chuck, my co-host, ex-co-host now. He won't be doing the show anymore. He's going to focus on his, his projects that he's got going on too. He's got a show out at a spaghetti western out at Jake's,
Oh, cool.
Which I read in the not Denver Post, I read in the Westward, one of the top 10 shows here in Denver to do for the weekend or something. It was really cool. I didn't get over there and see it, but I'm sure it went well. It's like an old-timey Western show, sound effects and the whole bit. Yes, well, when I say old-timey Western show, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But way back when your parents were, there was old-timey Western shows that were like audio, like radio shows. But anyway, he's doing that over there, and it's really going well from what I hear. So, and plus he's touring his ass off. He's got the movies, that just came out. So
I love his comedy. I
God,
want to get out there and see him.
ridiculously funny.
Yeah, he is.
And that's a whole different kind of tour in there that he does. That's there's no worrying about gas money. He's got a Mr. Roy, a guy standing at the airport. So that's a whole different kind of travel. I guess that's what you're looking to do.
Oh yeah,
travel that way.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, I really love talking to comics. I do a writing exercise that we call like pop a caption.
Oh yeah,
and it's just exactly what it says. Cool. It's a bunch of pictures. I'm gonna flash them up here. We'll pop out some captions, see if we get some funny ones. Okay. If not, then that's your fault. No pressure. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Oh man.
What the hell did they do to that dog?
Yeah. Why are they letting the people sit next to him? The C&I people.
Good God. I wish I could rotate that and see what the hell.
That dog has better posture than they do.
He does.
Yeah.
God.
And he looks very attentive.
Hey, the dog is going, bitch.
Yeah. Dog's leaning back. What is going on? What are they doing to some dog up there?
Oh my God.
That guy in the back's a little bored.
She looks like a Michael Vick story just came on.
Yeah, I've already seen this. That's probably what it is.
Yes, exactly.
Michael Vick. Yeah.
Hey. What the hell are you doing to that camel?
Yeah.
Looks like the camel's taking it or doesn't want it.
Yeah, that's what happens to the camel that shows up with some Broncos. That's how we treat our camels. Yeah.
I'm the hump.
Yeah. Feeling thirsty. Let's get all the water we can out of that hump.
All right.
Guy's happy though.
Hey, there's a hump full of beer.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's an extra big camel pack. It's one that you have to ride.
Oh, I like that one. All right.
Okay, wow. Was this skydiving?
What do you mean? This is supposed to be connected to something.
Man. Oh, this is bungee.
I think that's bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping. Yeah. That could end up being skydiving. Hopefully.
Yes.
For people who are dumb enough to do bungee jumping.
2 seconds later, the cameraman got killed by hit him in the head.
Yeah. Or they died.
Yes.
I've heard of that. Like somebody had some surgery and there was like a scalpel inside of them that got stuck and they did bungee jumping and then
what?
Yeah, and then they found out and like went right through their heart. So hope that's what happens to them.
Oh no.
I'm dark.
That sounds like an urban legend. I swear I'm gonna look that up.
No, I heard that.
I'm gonna look that
Google
up.
it. I swear. Yeah, I heard this. Yeah.
All right. I got nothing for this guy.
Yeah, he's having fun for now.
I guess
good range.
That joke writes itself.
Yeah.
There. Piss on you.
Yeah.
What is there? Chevrolet over there?
Yeah.
Volkswagen.
Wow, that's like a little kid too.
I mean, he is.
Oh man, I can't wait till he grows up and has sex. That's a porn star waiting to happen. Yeah, R. Kelly's got to be jealous.
This is cold-blooded. This has got to be called Turn Down the Pressure.
Yeah, I wish I could do that outside. That's the other thing. That's like right out in the open.
This is like 9 beers when you just made it to get your zipper down. that first 2 seconds of pressure that's coming out like a hose.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the jellyfish, right? Yeah, that's the person you want. Save you.
Oh, Lord.
You get stung by a jellyfish.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He can just piss on everybody who came out. He's
Yeah.
like everybody's running out from a jellyfish attack.
Yeah.
He's pissing on a whole crowd of people.
Yeah.
That's just,
Whoa.
This one, sure, I'll buy you a beer first.
Yeah.
What? That's just wrong.
Yeah. It just.
I don't know.
Let's see. Is that like IPA or bitter? Let's
God.
see what.
That's a nice looking horse.
That is. Yeah.
Yes.
I have a cousin who has a horse. Yeah. She hangs out.
Does she
Let's
drink
see.
beer? Because this one's getting ready.
Yeah, I used to let my dog drink beer. Little terrier, and she'd get drunk after just like a few ounces. I'd like to see a drunken horse. How many beers? You'd have to bring like a keg, probably.
You'd probably really
Yeah, the horse is like, yeah, that beer's not enough. Bring out the whole.
But I'm
bring
sure
out
you
a
can
kegger.
Google drunken
Yeah.
horses, and there's videos. I'm sure there are videos
Yeah.
of drunken horses. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of sick, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got nothing else for that.
Okay. Aw, baby.
Learning to swim? What the hell is that?
Yeah,
Oh
sink
my
or
God.
swim now. So day 1 is the life preserver. Day 2 is like the deep dive.
God,
Yeah, they're going
that-
on a trip.
I hadn't had anything this tight around my neck since the day I was born.
Just think how good of a swimmer that baby's going to be.
Oh, everything but
Yeah.
the head.
Yeah, what else are you going to start next?
I
Start
told you I just
dancing?
put the head in, Mom.
Yeah, yeah, Mom. I'm happy. That's all I need.
That's just
My head's
that's
so
just-
big, I can
God, that's
I can
cute.
hang on to it. Yeah,
That's
and look at all the other ones just hanging out back there. Whoa. What kind of expression is
Is that what is that? The bull? What did the bull do?
Yeah, matador. And I've been told I look like a matador.
A matador?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
they're called.
you could be-
Matador. Yeah, I've been told
Why
that
do I
by
say
my
matador?
Spanish.
Because
you're
I'm
American? Yeah, matador.
Matador.
Yeah, I'm not even pronouncing it correctly.
looks-
Yeah,
It's like Elvis.
yeah, like an Elvis matador.
He really doesn't. He's like, I don't want to kill you, but what the, He's like,
Yeah, I'm wondering
I don't know
what's going
happening there, but it
on.
looks like- what is that? Is he going to really cry, or am I disgusted? Is he?
Or is he losing the fight? Is he like?
Is he,
he's just
is he
like
holding
looking-
his side from a gore?
Yeah, is that,
I never thought of that.
yeah. That's just like all that's left of him. The bull's gonna finish him.
Oh,
Yeah,
the bull gets back.
yeah.
That's funny. All right, and we're back to the
Yeah, I
dog.
love that one.
That's funny.
That dog.
God.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh Lordy,
Cool.
I love doing that. I love
Yeah,
doing
it's so
that.
much fun.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
much. Right on, dude. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close this out.
Okay.
I tell everybody, man, I thank you for doing this. I really, really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to talk to me and talk to the young comics that we talk to. I'd like for you to, if you have a second, look right there into this microphone, this camera here. That's your
That one
camera
right
right
there?
there. This one right here.
Oh, that one.
Let's
Hey.
say, if you had something to say
Okay.
to the new comics, what is the difference between what you thought stand-up was going to be and what you have found stand-up to be?
I thought it was more of a performance, like a one-man show, but I've learned that it's really a conversation, the way that you would talk to your friends and other family, other people you come across. That's the way you're talking to these strangers. You're taking them in and building rapport as if they were your friends, and you're being really vulnerable, really authentic, your true self on stage. I think just being your true self, being who you are, and saying what's funny, that's what I feel is stand-up.
Wow. That's honesty there, man. That's cool.
Thank you.
That's difficult too. It's difficult to get introspective, and that's the only reason I tell comics to rush through the opening phases. You know, the self-deprecation phase, the I got a day job. You know, because you really do have to get to the point in as quickly as possible, as fast as this business is, as fast as this life is, as fast as the media is these days. You really have to get to the introspection quickly. You know, because that's where your comedy's going to be. That's where people are going to go, you know what? I connect to that. I like what he's got to say, and if that's a unique enough story, if that's a unique enough introspection, then that's where your audience comes from, man. So, I mean, I some people, when I tell them that, you know, you need to get through these stages, you know, and they look at it like I'm telling them that they shouldn't be writing those jokes, like there's something wrong with that. And I'm not. I'm just trying to rush them to the point where they're looking at who they are and what their life is, and where their real comedy is going to come from, because comedy these days are, you know, I'm a set up punchline guy. Yeah. You know, that's me. I'm a rhythm comic. I can take you on a ride for an hour, and you know, at the end of the hour, you'll go, man, that was an hour. You know, and the new comics are coming along, and they're doing, you know, the long forms. They're doing, you know, they're doing the introspection, and, you know, trying to connect emotionally to an audience. You know, and I think that's amazing. I think that's great. And I think that the quicker you get to it, the better off you and your career is going to be. You know, that's just, you know, that's what I tell young comics. So, you know, I'm glad to hear you say that you know what the road is. So, anyway, thank you so much for talking to me, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate your time. I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
All right, let me hear. Hello, everyone. That's the end of EUGE, an inside look at chasing a dream. Please subscribe to our channel. Hit us up on Facebook. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. We know it's very important to you. So you take care and have a great day. Put that up there. And music. Different music.